Hello friends, how are you? So welcome to mascara. I'm going to do not a super quick tutorial for you because I really just want to walk you through the steps. Like, you can literally watch this video while you're applying your makeup. Once you get into your routine, you won't need to watch this and you will get your makeup done super quick. But while the first couple applications, like, just take your time applying it, like figure out what works best for you, and then you'll fly through it. So if you have ordered, you probably received this card in the mail with your goodies. If you didn't, message me and I will send you one digitally. The one that they send in the mail, unfortunately, does not have the brightener color. So if you want to see that, just DM me and I will make sure to send you a digital one that shows the brightener on it, because that is helpful. I'm going to go through a couple additional steps today, just in case you want to refer back to this video at a later time if you are wanting to color correct, or if you end up purchasing illuminator or bronzer. I want this to be like your go-to video. So I do have a couple spots that I'm going to color correct today. This is probably not a color that you first purchased, so you may just want to bypass this step if you didn't get a color corrector, which would not have been one of the 4 colors that I first suggested to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the multitasker brush. You can use your finger for this if you would like, and I'm going to go in with a shade darker. There is this misconception that you want to cover up blemishes with a lighter color, but you actually need a darker color than your main foundation color. So I am looking for my color corrector. Okay, so my main highlight color is June, which is I'm putting all over my face. I'm going to color correct with Wheat, and I'm just going to use this side of the multitasker and get a little bit of that on my brush. And I'm really just like pushing it on top. I'm not swiping. I'm just taking a little bit of that and just popping it on top of those areas I want to correct. Got some makeup there that I didn't want. I'm not going to color correct my dark circles because the main foundation color has enough coverage to do that. If you have a lot of redness, like, let's talk, because there is a contour that is amazing for covering up redness. That's the only spot that, and I literally just got that this morning. It wasn't even there when I woke up, and then like an hour later it popped there. So I've color corrected that spot. I'm going to use the fluffy side of my 30-second hack, and I'm going to start with my foundation color. You might find that you want to start with your contour color. That's totally fine. But I'm going to start with my main highlight, and I'm just going to pop that all over my face. Because I color correct it right there, I'm literally just going to take my main highlight and just dab it over it. I don't want to swipe because I don't want to take that color corrector off. Same thing down here. I'm just pushing it in, and I'm literally just taking my brush and dabbing it in there. There is no rhyme or reason to this. Just slap it on where it goes. All these colors have coverage in them, so that's why it's not super important of like placement, because all colors are going to give you coverage, and you're going to blend everything at the very end, and it'll all come together. And then I'm just going to take whatever is left on my brush and take it down my neck. Okay, so then once I have my main highlight, or other companies call foundation, all over my face, I'm going to then move to my contour color. And keep in mind that your compact is going to look different than mine because these colors are custom to my face, and then this is the lip and cheek that I picked out today. I'm going to stick with the fluffy side and get that in my contour, I'm going to find the top of my ear or the bottom of my cheekbone and just stipple that down. These colors are very, very buildable. So start out light and just build it up. I'm going to do the top of my forehead. So what's the purpose of contour? Maybe that's what you're asking. Contour is going to create shadows on your face. Why shadows? That's going to give you dimension. Our faces are not flat, so we are giving our face that 3D illusion. So it's also going to thin out your cheeks. It's going to make that potential double chin look a little bit thinner, and it'll make your forehead look a little bit smaller. I'm going to use the pointy side. This is optional. And I'm going to apply that on my nose just to thin that out a teeny bit. We will blend out all these colors in a few. I'm going to do the same thing to my bottom lip to make it look a little more plump. And keep in mind, everything can be done with a 30-second hack brush, but as you start to get into your routine, you may want to venture out to some new brushes. There are brushes that are great for contour. So once you're ready for that, we can chat. Okay, so I'm just building these colors up again to the color that I want. Some people like very natural, some people want it bam. Okay, so now I'm sticking with the fluffy side of my 30-second hack. And I'm going in with my lip and cheek color, which I'm using Royal. And I'm just literally tapping that in there lightly, smiling, and applying that on the fatty parts of my cheeks. And then I'm basically going to just brush it over my contour. Very lightly, almost like you're feathering it on your skin. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Don't worry if you have gotten it too high. Like I said, yeah, you wanna get it in the place it's supposed to be, but it doesn't have to be precise like it shows on the face card, because we're going to blend everything to make it where we want it. Okay. So now that I have that there, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my next step, which is your brightener color. This is going to lift and conceal areas on your face. So I'm going to use the pointy side of my brush. I'm just gonna wipe it off because I put some contour on it. And I'm just gonna take a teeny bit of it. And you wanna bring it down to about the end of your nose and the end of your eye. And because I have such dark circles, I really make sure to just pat this in. A little bit between your brows, a little bit on your chin. I'm going to the fluffy side and just going to kind of push that in. And then I'm going to use my middle finger, go in with the accent highlight again, and put that right on the bridge of my nose between my contour colors. Or between my contour lines. And we're just gonna buff these lines out. We don't wanna get rid of them. We just don't want them harsh. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend with a 30-second hack. It's not my favorite brush to blend with, but we can make it work. I really recommend blending with our Perfector sponge or the blush and bronzer brush. But for the sake of that you probably only got this brush to start, we're going to blend with this one. So I'm using the fluffy side and I just kind of wiped off the product, but I'm just going to go lightly in a circular motion to blend these colors together. Same thing with here. Just kind of going around now and just stippling it over my face so there's no harsh lines. Same thing down here. And you just blend to your liking, or at least until there are no harsh lines. I'm gonna go in with that same color I used on my cheeks and lightly just put it on my lips. These colors actually, you can use them as a lipstick, as a blush, also as a eyeshadow. You just want to, if you're going to use them as an eyeshadow, make sure to set them with your setting powder or a powder eyeshadow. Okay, just a light little color on there. But look how dark that looks in the tin, and look how light it is on my lips and cheeks. So you can make it, you can get two totally different looks from one color. You can get like a super bam glam look, or you can just get a natural look. Okay, so now that I have everything blended to my liking, you can go ahead and set your face now if you're done. Because I'm going to just go the extra step in case this is what you want to do at a later point, I'm going to use our Bella bronzer. I'm sticking with a 30-second hack. Again, not my favorite brush to put bronzer on with, but we're going to. I really recommend the blush and bronzer brush for bronzer, but we can make it work. So fluffy side, dabbing that in there, putting it on the areas that the sun is going to hit your face. So the outsides of my forehead, I'm going to put just a teeny bit on the tops of my cheeks, my cheekbones, and take a little bit down my neck. And then again, just going to blend that. And you can use your perfector sponge or your blush and bronzer brush to blend. If you only have the 30-second hack, just do what I'm doing. Circular motions and just pushing it into your skin. So the difference between blush and contour. Contour is going to give you that 3D illusion. Bronzer is going to give you that summery glow. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and apply some illuminator. So I'm using Photoshop, again, going to use my finger. There is a brush that's really good for this, but again, for the sake of, this is probably your first time using mascara, we're going to apply with the finger. Put it on the tops of your cheekbones. See that glow? I love illuminator. I'm going to put a teeny bit down the bridge of my nose. Again, this is so optional. You can put it on your brow bone. And you can also put it in the center of your lip. And then what I do is I take my brush, any brush, 30-second hack, and I just push that into my skin on my cheekbones and on the bridge of my nose. Okay, so now that everything is how I want it, I'm then going to set with Airspun. So again, 30-second hack is not my favorite to put setting powder on with, but we can make it work. I tend to use the perfector sponge or the blush and bronzer brush, but I'm going to use the fluffy side of the 30-second hack, and I'm going to heavily put this on. And what this is going to do is set my makeup. So you want to put it in your T-zone area. And you really want to let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes. This is going to ensure your makeup stays on all day. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to let it sit for that long, but you want to see it on your face while you're waiting. And then what you're going to do is with the excess powder on your face, you're going to take it and just brush it in the areas that you actually didn't apply it. So brush it on your cheeks. We do have a setting powder that snaps into your compact, which is called vanilla setting powder. If you have dry skin, I was going to show it to you, but where is it? If you have dry skin, I recommend that to people. But if you have oily skin, this is our vanilla setting powder. But if you have oily skin, it's probably not going to be heavy enough for you. So Airspun would be my first option. So once all that powder is off, you are done. And so this is the finished product. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me at all. I'm here to help. If you need any recommendations, let me know. If you have any questions about this video, let me know. But thank you so much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. You all have a good one. See ya.